welcome back to the teeny tiny kitchen in Berlin for the TikTok twist. Short story. One of my brothers is particularly fond of putting recipes on Facebook. And a while ago, some months ago, he put on one that was a hunk of feta cheese with fresh tomatoes thrown in the oven, baked down, add pasta. Delish. Looked really good. Very simple to do. But as luck would have it, I had just returned from the Sausage Man Never Sleeps. He is a sausage maker in Berlin. It really is pretty much bio farm to table. Delicious goods. Actually included on another one of our episodes looking at the markets in Berlin. But anyway, I just decided to crumble a little bit of that up, add just a few different little things to this, and it came out like a fantastic dish. And now, a couple weeks ago, I see another YouTube chef, Kenji, wonderful. He redid this recipe, and I was thinking, wow, it's really good. But today, I'd just like to share with you some of the Sausage Man Never Sleeps sausage, and another couple of little secrets that I like to put in at the end. So let's get to it. Okay, we're back, and here we have our basic ingredients. The hunk of feta cheese, this is not your normal generic store-bought version. This comes from the Turkish store around the corner. Which is really, really delicious. Maybe a little bit bigger than normal, which gives it a little bit more feta-ness in it. But it's really very creamy, delicious. We've got a mix of tomatoes. I always like doing the little tomatoes. I do this when we do eggs in purgatory. You can poach fish in these when you cook them down with some different ingredients, and it's really like wonderfulness. You can see I've got a variety. Just a different taste, keeps it nice and rich and beautiful. Here we have the sausage from the Sausage Man Never Sleeps. And I know that this even looks a little fatty maybe, but the deliciousness I can't even quite explain. And we just want to break this up. I'm going to put 2 of these in here. This one happens to be, there's different, he's got a number of different flavors there. We've got jalapeno cheddar, we've got mango chili. He's got a regular like breakfast type, which I think is one of the biggest sellers there. And then last time I even got a salsiccia, although it wasn't hot, but kind of actually a little bit more traditional in terms of that. Next is a little bit of garlic, and I've already taken the skin off of this, and I kind of prefer using the press for the garlic, generally speaking. We can cut it up. We could chop it fine, but this is just quick and easy, and I usually one of my go-to tools for this. Next, which also I just happen to have this today. I've never done it before, but we're going to give it a try. And I used half of this for something else I was making last night. And we're just going to put this in. Again, it's going to be all mixed up, so we don't have to be too crazy about getting it incorporated at this stage. Next, and this might sound a little bit crazy, but we've got a little bit of fish sauce here. And this I usually put in my eggs in purgatory and the poached fish, and I'm just going to put a couple of dabs in here, and it's not going to taste like fish, I could promise that much. Olive oil, and we could be generous with the olive oil. And this is not necessarily my brand of choice. I actually use this as a filler. Oops, a little bit off the side. And then I'm going to wait for the salt and a little bit more seasoning after we get this all cooked down. Now we're going into, I think you heard the ring. We got the preheated toaster oven at about 200 centigrade. And we're going to come back to that in about a half an hour, but we're just going to wait, and I'll keep you posted on how long it actually took to do when we come back. Okay, so we're back, and we've got about maybe 35 minutes in the oven at the moment. It's looking really good. You can see all the juices from all the delicious stuff in there, primarily the tomatoes and the oil though. I did move the top around a little bit because of the peppers. I said it wasn't important to mix that stuff up, but the garlic and the pepper, the chili peppers were on top. I mixed them around with a fork a little bit just to get them off the top so they didn't brown or burn too much. Didn't want that that burnt flavor with that. And actually, the fork tasted amazingly delicious. It's an idea for a spread, I think, sometime. Here we got rapidly boiling. Everybody knows the drill. This is sea salt. And of course, a lot. If you tasted this, it should taste like you're drowning in the ocean, basically. Penne. Good to go. My spoon is around the corner, so. And we're just gonna let this cook down. When we come back, we're gonna keep that al dente, just a little teeny bitty white, just so it has a little, not a crunch, but it has some substance to it. And then I'm gonna strain those because the kitchen is really small. I'm gonna strain that stuff. I'm gonna take the mixture, the delicious food that we made, put it in here, mix it all up, break it up, add the pasta to it, and a couple of other things. So we've got yummy deliciousness pouring into this pot that we literally just cooked the pasta in. And that looks a little interesting. You can see the sausage. It's got like nice browning to it. All the flavors in there. Like we just spent, this is already such an easy, quick, fast meal. And we just like added like 2 more minutes to it by adding just a couple of more things. And we turned it into hours of delicious tastiness, methinks. And it looks almost like a cream sauce right now. But as you break up those cooked tomatoes, you're gonna get more of a tomatoey flavor to look to it. Again, this, because I used that real fresh from the deli feta cheese, it's got just a scrumptious. There are so many really good top quality ingredients in here right now that if you can get that, if it's at all possible to find some of these things, use them because it makes a huge difference in the taste. Pasta going in. That was just a little sticky, but not too. And I don't know about you guys, but I always save, and although I really have never needed it for this dish, but I always save some of the pasta water. Because if it ever gets dry, you got the starchy water in there, and it just really brightens it up. Now here's the other additions that we're going for. There's another wonderful recipe, rigatoni al segreto, and it uses butter. And you know, you can't go wrong with butter. And this gives this like a nice, creamy, wonderful sheen. And then last but not least, final additions. Again, just another couple of tiny steps. Fresh cut basil. Okay, and we're back for the taste, but I've had this before and I could pretty much guarantee, but try to get a little mixture of everything in here. The tomatoes are nice. The feta, that local fresh feta, like, and it's really directly from Greece, which it all is, I know, but this is like fresh almost every day. And then the basil in there, and then the butter. So wow, that's even better. I like the, I even like it better today. That's the first time I made it, I actually didn't use fresh garlic, but I did use the salsiccia. And today, that little bit of red chili that I put in there, this gives it, it's not hot, it gives a really nice flavor. The fish sauce gives it, makes it a little bit more savory, but not fishy at all. It's just, this is a really good try. I'm sure there's other things that you can put in there as well, but this is my shot and I really like it, and I think you'll enjoy it if you try it as well. Especially if you can get the Sausage Man Never Sleeps sausage. But if you like this, please let us know, and have a great day wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Ciao.